Hello everyone, it's Maria here from Medley Paper Crafting. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Welcome and thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'm going to be showing you a fun card that I saw on the internet. I've seen it around on the traps. I follow this lady called Cards TV. She's based in the US and she showed a card using a US base card base. I'm going to show you one using an A6 card base, and the fun fold she's using is this one where it's a triangular open and close, so you can have it either in portrait mode or you can have it in landscape. So this is quite fun. So I'm going to show you how simple it is to make this kind of a card fold with and only using one sheet of cardstock, and you can get two card bases exactly the same from this. So this is really exciting stuff. When I saw the video today, I thought, oh, I have to give it a go too and it'll be fun. So I'm using the Botanical Prints product medley, and what it includes is I'll show you first the stamp set we're using for the sentiment, and I'm using the Magnolia Blooms, the thank you. This comes from the Experience Creativity brochure, and you can find that in my online store at medleypapercrafting.stampinup.net. If you happen to have the hard copy of the brochure, it's on pages 8 and 9, and it complements the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set. So that's where you find this from. The Botanical Prints product medley can be found on page 61 of the the mini catalogue, the January to June. And as you can see, it includes all of this stuff. So I'll show you. You can buy this for $122. So it includes the stamp set, which is a cling rubber. It also includes the matching dies that cut out the 3 botanical images, which are beautiful, and it has 2 corner pieces, ornate corner pieces there, and it's got a couple of leaves that you can use with this as well. Today I'm not using the stamp set nor the dies, but I just wanted to show you so you know what's included. What it includes as well is this old olive twill ribbon. I think it's called olive twill. Just hang on a second. Yes, old olive twill ribbon. And it's actually really beautiful. I'll show you that. Isn't that gorgeous? Nice natural looking trim. It's got some die cut pieces. I've already had a play with it and it's beautiful. So it's got some die cut pieces, and it has labels, like label pieces, which you can use as well. A banner piece already done for you, and they've got really nice weight. It's got some, they look like copper bee embellishments. They're actually quite beautiful. I love these, they're very nice. It's got some of these overlays. They're like, you can use them as a stencil. And you can also use them on top of your card base. So they've got a white side and a pretty peacock side. With the white side you can use it white, or you can actually colour it as well in a different colour if you wish. And it's got some beautiful pattern paper. So I'll just show you. I've already cut through a couple of pieces, but it's got all of these, and they've got lovely black and white images behind, as well as these lovely prints. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, let's see, I want to use a black and white one because that speaks to me the most. So I'm going to use this pattern here. I think it's quite lovely. So we're going to cut that up, and then I'll show you how to make that card base. It's really very, very simple. It'll blow your mind. And there's minimal stamping with this card today, so just to let you know. So we'll get started on cutting. I'm going to cut the front. This ends up being, for us in Australia, UK and Europe, this ends up being an A6 card size, and it fits in a regular A6, a C6 envelope. So to cut the front panel, all you need to do is cut it at, now depending on which way you want it. So I would like to have it portrait. Should I do it portrait mode? Like so. I'll have it portrait mode. landscape, sorry. I'm going to do it landscape. So this will be like that. So I have to make sure that my pattern paper is facing the right way. And in this case, it really doesn't matter how you cut it. So for an A6 card size, you cut it at 5 14/16. So about here. Yeah, 5 14/16 by 4 3/16. So 1, 2, 3 16ths there. And then, as you will see, this will make an A6 card base, like so. But I want to give it a tiny little trim because I want to see the border. So I'm just going to trim it off on each side, say 1/4 inch on the long side and the shorter side. Hang on, what did I use? So I've just got up to that mark there. I don't know what that mark is, but we'll just do that. So it just leaves a tiny border. So it will fit over the top with the tiniest of border. Now, to be able to put this down, we're going to cut this in half on the triangular. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim my 2 points here and there. So 1 point there, 1 point there, all along here. And don't move it once you've done it. And there, just make sure I got the corners correct. Okay, and we're going to cut this in half. So you have 2 pieces, one that goes like this, and one that goes like that. Okay, really cool. So we'll leave these pieces to the side and I'll show you how to make this card base. It's really very simple. In order for you to cut this in half, if you put it through this or any other trimmer, you'll find it will squash and it will wreck it. So I'll show you. I just did one before and I totally wrecked it because I didn't realise, okay. So what you need to do is you need to get something that's long enough for you to go from here to there. So I'm going to use my actual trimmer, but there is a straight bit, so it acts like a ruler. So you need a ruler that is long enough. So I'm just going to line it up from this point to this point lengthwise, and I'm going to draw a line. So I'll do it this way so you can see. So you go from, say, that corner there to this corner here. Okay, so it's exactly in the middle. You're going to grab a pencil and you're going to draw it like so. And then you're going to grab some scissors and you're going to cut that. So just give me a second and I'll grab my scissors and I'll be back. So I've grabbed my scissors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow that line and cut it with the scissors. It won't work on this trimmer because it's not long enough, unless you happen to have one that's more than 12 inches long, and then it will work fine. So I'm just going to grab my scissors and carefully cut down the line. Be as straight as possible. That's not always possible with scissors to do this 100% straight, but it's the only way. Okay, so you've got that now cut exactly in half, and I didn't do a bad job either with the pair of scissors. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub out any of the pencil mark because I don't want to see that. And that's the beauty of having pencil, is no one sees it. You can rub it out. Okay, so that's done. So I'll just put one to the side. We don't need both of them, but there's one done. Okay, so in order to score this what you'll need is your, you can use your scoreboard or your trimmer. I'm going to use my trimmer because it's more exact measurements with this. So, on the short side, so this is my cheats notes here. So on the short side, okay, I'd rather use this part here than this part here to measure because it's just much easier. So on this side here, which is the shorter side, we're going to measure to 4 1/8 or 10.5 centimeters, okay? And there, you're going to score it like that. Then, going to flip that over so that the long side is now facing up that way. And we're going to score that at 14.8 centimeters or at 5 14/16. So that's over here. Okay. And then we're going to just score that. So it leaves you like that and like that. I don't think you can see that. So what we're going to do is we're going to now burnish those score lines. So this corner will end up down here. So I'll just pop that over. Make sure it goes, the corner goes right to the corner. And if I'm a little bit off, you can just burnish that down. So that it can go like that. Like that. Okay, so that's one. Then with this one, you can go this way and this way. This is the coolest thing ever. When I saw this, I was like, oh, light bulb, I have to do it myself. And now we score it down. So it goes like so. Okay, so now you have it going up and this way, and this is the way I'm going to leave it. So I'm going to grab my pieces of DSP that I cut out earlier, and I'm going to stick them down. So I'll just grab my glue, and this is a really simple card. So use my glue. Okay, so just pop that on here. This might end up being exact, but that's okay. So that's one side, and you can leave that one blank too if you want to, but I'll use both. Why not? And if you do it that way, if you use just the one, you can end up having 4. You can do 4 card bases or 2 cards with this instead of the one. But anyway, I'm going to use both. Why not? So just put glue, and I'll stick the next half down. And there we have it, all stuck down nice. Isn't that cool? Oh. So to decorate the front, really simple. I'm going to grab the die cut pieces that are already done. So I'm just going to grab one of these, and I'm not sure which one I'll use. I think I might use the purple one here with, they look like plums. I don't know if they're plums or not, but they look nice. So how easy is that? Then I'm going to grab one of these, punch that out. So there's no need for die cutting, that's already done for you. I find this as cheating. I know it's weird, but I think it's like cheating. But in a way too, why not? It's still creating, you're still putting it together in a different way, and why not? So I'm going to use the thank you sentiment from here because I think that this font goes really lovely with this kind of a card look. So I'm just going to grab the thank you there, And I'm going to get my memento. And I'm going to ink it up. Okay, I think that ought to do it. And I'm just going to stamp it right in the middle. So let's stamp. And I'm going to hold it down for a few seconds to ensure that the image transfers. And I think that did a pretty good job. I'm just going to clean my stamp with some stamping mist. And my cloth, clean as a whistle, beautiful. All right, so now we're just going to put this on the front of the card. So we'll have it kind of sticking out in the middle there. And we can put that towards here like that. I think it looks really pretty. I like how that's turned out. It's very nice. Like so. What do you think, guys? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just add some glue just right on the corners here. Make sure. Yep. Just a little bit here and here. And cover up this bit here. And for this part, and I'll just make sure I really burnish that down. Like that. I'm going to stick it down here, but I might add another one just to make it look not pretty. No, I'll stick with the one. Alright, so I'm going to just stick it down on this part there. Now we can use dimensionals or you can use glue. I'm going to use dimensionals, so I'll just grab those very quickly and we'll stick this down. So we're only going to stick down, so this from this half. So from that half down there. So I'll just grab some. Makes it really simple and fun. I love this. I'm not a kit girl, but I quite like this this kit. The black and white spoke to me because I'm a really big fan of black and white. Stick one up here. Oops. And like that, and then we'll just take off the backings off the dimensionals. Oops. Coming off now quickly. Okay, all of them are off now, so I'll just stick that down on this half. Oops, and I think I used, I stuck part of the dimensional down, damn it. Alright, hang on. Okay, so I stuck it down real good, but make sure you don't get the dimensionals. Can still rescue it because it's not overly bad. Okay, so make sure I cover that bit up with that. So now I got it. So there you go. Look at that. Oh, I quite like this card. It's different, very different for me, but I thought what a fun card base, and imagine this with lots of other combinations of things. You know, I was thinking too, it would be nice if it had like a strip of white going down the middle as well, but we'll leave it at that. You can, I hope I've inspired you in some way to work it around differently, but that's my finished card for today. I hope you all like it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. All of the items here, the Botanical Prints product medley, the Magnolia Blooms, are all available in my online store at pepperlyrosepapercrafting.stampinup.net. I will have the address written up there for you, and the link will be below in the description box. And I hope you enjoyed this kind of crafting. It's very, very different, but lots of fun. And yeah, if you want to join my team, if you love Stampin' Up products and you're finding yourself you're buying more than $169 worth of product every 3 months, you might as well join and get the discount and enjoy it. I think it makes sense financially to do that. And in this way too, you can also get your friends, family, or you know, if you want to make this a business, you can do that too, or you can simply enjoy the discount. It's completely up to you. Anyhow, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope to see you again next time. Take care for now, and I'll see you later. Bye.